Yeah, just hanging out here at the parlor. I don't know. Something feels weird. Hey there, adventurers. It's VKJ, and welcome to Vacation Education. I am in Keyport, New Jersey today, and we have an episode that you're never going to forget. Join us today on this creepy but interesting adventure. Let's go!
Hey, VKJ. Glad you could make it to the parlor today. You may never leave.
Our adventure starts today here in the historic town of Keyport, New Jersey. And this is a map of that town. It says, "Welcome to the historic Keyport on the bay." And we are right there.
Actually,
But where we're going to is right over here.
we're going to walk up those steps.
Those exact steps. Right across the street here. It looks like a regular building here in New Jersey.
Very unassuming.
You can't tell all of the spooky craziness that awaits for you inside. Let's go over and check it out. This shop is the sister shop to the Creeper Gallery that we already did in New Hope, New Jersey. And now we're coming to this location. And this is called the Parlor. Specifically, the Parlor number 8. They do have a glass window showcase here, and it says the Parlor Keyport. Right there, and on the inside, they got oddities, curiosities, magic, paranormal, and of course, ghost tours. And you got a coffin with something creepy coming out of it.
You don't see many windows with a coffin in them.
That's
You
true.
know you're in for a treat.
Even on the top here, if you could see through the glare, it has almost like a wire design of two people. Looks like they're almost dancing. The shop is open. It's closed Mondays for workshops. You can only imagine what that is. Tuesdays, appointment only. And then also, it's open Wednesday through Sunday, 2 to 8, 2 to 8, 2 to 8, 12 to 8, and 12 to 5. Before we even walk in here, you have a skeleton just laying against the wall there, telling you that the shop is open. But on top of that, right next to it here, it says, "Are you a good witch? Learn the foundations of witchcraft, New Moon Academy. Find your inner witch at the New Moon Academy. Classes will be offered in person or virtually Mondays and Thursdays, June 12th to July 31st. So it looks like that might be finished for now, but something to look forward to next year. The full course is $325, only $25 per class, and includes all supplies that you need to be a witch. Over $90 value.
You can get a wand.
That's a wizard. So you never know what you're going to get. I'm not sure what kind of supplies you need to be a witch. Maybe you get a broom. Who's to say?
A cauldron.
Yeah, you get a cauldron. Maybe even some poison apples. Or you learn how to make poison apples.
Bobbing for poison apples.
Sounds delicious. And now we're about to walk in and check this interesting location out. The Parlor number 8. Sorry, no public restroom. As soon as you come in, I mean, it is just bursting with all types of interesting items. Of course, first and foremost, though, you got to get your sugar rush on.
Wow.
They're already ready for Halloween. Oh, here's another interesting thing. It says Keyport's 9th annual Scarecrow Contest. Let's see here. And how are you doing today?
All right, how are you?
I'm very good. And what's your name?
I'm Danny Kelly, and I am one of the owners here at the Parlor.
Oh, very cool, Danny. Nice to meet you. Danny, what are you working on there?
I'm just doing a little sculpture here that's going to be a little old-style horned devil, hopefully holding a skull.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. Do you create a lot of the art here?
I do some of the artwork here. I do all of the paintings along the wall, and a couple of the little odder sculptures I do as well. But usually I'm pretty much just here to man the shop during the day and paint and draw and, you know, whatnot.
Oh, that's great. And how long has the shop been here?
We've been here since last September, so we've been here just about a year. We had a little celebration recently for our 1-year anniversary.
Nice.
And hopefully we're going to be here as long as we possibly can.
Awesome. Now, the other store down there did have a room that housed some of the actual, like possessed items,
Right,
stuff
right.
like that.
We have a
What's the, is there a layout here or anything like
well,
that?
we have a few here, but they're mostly in the back cabinet there. But it's, you know, it kind of varies as to what is possessed or what might be haunted.
Okay.
We do have some psychics who do come in here, and they will tell us a thing or two, especially about certain things that may still have connections. Our table in the back was an old fortune teller's table, and some people believe that she might still be attached to that. We also have an accordion in the cabinet in the back, and some psychics have told us that the original owner is also still attached to that, as well as our book right there of an old spiritualist from the 1920s. She has a book full of recipes, old newspaper articles, and that is also said to be haunted, which you can imagine because she certainly put a lot of work into it.
Oh my gosh, this place is chocked full with interesting oddities and excitements. Thank you so much for all the information. Now, real quick though, I need to see this thing you're working on before we move on here.
Just the very basic startings of a little figurine made out of some polymer clay and all different kinds of things, and starts out with sticks and hot glue to keep it together.
And did you learn that somewhere, or did just something?
I kind of was self-taught this. I did go to art school a long time ago. Since then, everything has changed and new materials have come out. So it's a constant learning process, which I'm doing every day, and I'm happy to be able to have a place to do it here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, let's go. So first off, let's go over to this book here that he was speaking of. It says, The Haunted Scrapbook, Mary F. Willis. And it says, looks like from 1848 to 1927, she put this scrapbook together. And it was, I guess, found in Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania, maybe by her husband. It says she was a spiritualist and is still connected to the book. And one of the things I love about items like this is it's under lock and key. So whatever's in there, they do not want getting out. All of these paintings hanging here are also done by the gentleman we just spoke to, Danny Kelly, and they're all for sale. Looks like you got Frankenstein up there, and looks like the wife of Frankenstein, of course. Can't have one without the other. What kind of art would you call this?
A mix of cartooning, illustration.
Of course, Edgar Allan Poe. This one here almost looks like a pirate a little bit. I could be taking some interpretation liberties here. That looks like it could be maybe Wednesday Addams. I don't know. Here is a really cool one of a lot of different famous horror characters. You got Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers,
Pinhead.
Pinhead, and then that right there could be from, what's the name of it? The warrior guy, no, Toxic Avenger, maybe. Leatherface. Ah, so close.
And of course, classic.
Classic Addams Family right there. Oh, that's great.
Where do you get a lot of your...
So I'm walking through the parlor right now, and let's see what we fall upon next. That's the great part about these stores is you just don't know what's going to be around the next corner. So it makes it almost like it's not just a store. It's like a spooky Halloween adventure. After I got through the hallway right here, I came upon this little nook in the shop. Now let's go in here and see what this one's about. Now it looks like to me like this has different maybe potions and scents. Because this right here says the parlor, says sanctuary, sage and clove room spray. So they have some, almost herbalistic sprays that you can.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the witch's
Yeah,
parlor here.
exactly. Let's take a look a little bit closer here.
Got love potion number 9.
I'm sure they have a potion for everything in here.
Whoa.
So they got potions all the way here. They got little things. This right here says, here we go. It says, love spell necklace. So if you want someone to fall in love with you, just get them one of these.
So if you witches are running low.
This book says magical items, salt bottles, witch balls, spells to go, sage sticks, all here at the parlor.
I love the lighting. It's great.
Yeah. Look at this right here. It says, Hecate, goddess of witches, goddess of magic, goddess of the crossroads. This space is this space is dedicated to Hecate. May she grant us favor, luck, and prosperity. May she protect us in all of our dealings. May she bless our magic and light our path. I didn't mention this before, but they have custom witch hats right here for sale. So if you want to start your witching, you can't be a witch without a witch hat. And it's only $25. Here's another witch hat right there. Wow. That's a nice one. I love the pin on there with the bow. So wonderful. I'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
As we venture into the next room here at the parlor, it is probably the largest of all the rooms, looks like so far.
Oh, you know who that is? That's from Hocus Pocus.
You think so? They even have a Bette Midler, almost looks like a Hocus Pocus doll here. Or it could be a voodoo doll.
Here's the famous
So right here is the table that the gentleman in the front was talking about. It is a fortune teller's table. And they say that the fortune teller's soul, spirit, is trapped inside the table. It says right here, many moons ago, a fortune teller made her living at this table, divining futures, delivering messages from loved ones beyond the veil. At the parlor, we honor her spirit by continuing a daily divination with Tara. Let's see what the fates have in store for us today.
What else they got back here?
They have all types of games and another spell book. If you wanted to get a mounted boar's head, they have that right there, and that's going for $5.75.
Holy water. I thought they had a big holy water.
Man, nothing wrong with that. The gentleman up front didn't say that this was also a jacuzzi shop. Unfortunately, this jacuzzi
I think the water was a little hot.
was a little bit too hot. Exactly.
James, would you like to taste the soup?
You know, we're probably going to skip that, but
Did they throw any children in there?
it's really interesting because it's bubbling up in there, and you can hear it. So if you're interested in getting a really nice fountain,
The skeleton is steeping.
this one right here says, Death of a Beauty Queen, worn by Laura, January, when she was crowned Queen St. Louis at the Fairgrounds tournament in 1879. So there says to be a strong attachment of this crown right here. Be careful, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Is that, vintage? Nice. Look at that thing, too.
This clown right here is no laughing matter. I mean,
Eyes look like they're following you.
yeah, the eyes almost look like they're real. And what's interesting about this item in particular is that it's sitting on this chair, of course, with a lot of things around it that are very decorative and very, very, you know, themed. But what I find fascinating is right below the chair are like these just random reels. And on top of it, it says Hansel and Gretel. So that's a movie, Hansel and Gretel, I guess, on reel to reel. And the one below that
Where did this films?
is
It's not real.
Yellowstone.
You gotta have a movie projector.
Now, who out there would want to have this kind of display at their house?
I would.
So you got different ghosts. You have a coffin. You got, looks like there's almost like a, for some reason there's some sort of amusement clown over here. He's just back there doing his show. This doll right here is obviously from one of the newer horror movies. It was called Megan. I didn't see it, but I do know what it's in reference to. Let's head into the next room here. If you need a trick-or-treating basket, nothing better than the devil's head to throw your treats in. There's nothing creepier, but yet simplistic, than a child's coffin. It's just weird just looking at it. Hello everyone, my name's Elvis Presley, and you might not know this about Elvis Presley, okay? But he was also a vampire, as you can see right here. Elvis, the vampire, has left the building. If you're looking for an unusual coffee table, I think I found it. Why not use a coffin table, not a coffee table? Plenty of room for drinks.
And a body.
Gotta love all these little signs you could buy here as well. It says, yes, the Wicked Witch does live here. This one says, I have a few vampire puns, but they suck. Keep on witching. Ghouls just want to have fun. Knock, knock. And what's this last one say? Says, fangs are for the memories.
It came from a professional clown, and he's got a diary out there with a lot of pictures of him and a lot of the parties that he's done, and he kept some memorabilia, and I believe the big clown's head was his, and I think it was part of one of the Macy's Day floats.
Oh, okay. Macy's Day floats. Very cool. Thank you. So this clown head right here appeared in one of the Macy's Day parades, and it was donated or given or purchased here by the Parlor. And in this case right here is like tarot cards and...
Yep, tarot cards. One of our owners, Rick, Madam Clara, designed these cards, the 5-cent tarot cards, and they're very popular, and they're our best-selling cards.
Wow. Says, learn how to read tarot with us at the Parlor. So they're given all sorts of instructional things going on here. How to become witches, how to read tarot cards. I mean, who doesn't want to be at a party and give a tarot card party? All right, so you guys do ghost tours here too, I hear.
Yes, we do. We do ghost tours on Saturday nights, and it's about an hour and 15 minutes. It goes along the waterfront and some of these blocks that are around this area. And not only are there ghosts, but there's a lot of history too, especially because during the Prohibition era, this was a pretty popular place. So there's a lot of the houses around here have hidden corridors and things like that. Sometimes they've found old cannon, like old bullet shells in the roofs of some of the houses around.
Okay.
And there's a lot of ghosts from around the 1800s that are certainly pretty active around here, and a lot of the residents of the town come forward and tell us about the history and the ghosts that they have in their house. So a lot of, well, from like 1700s and 1800s, a lot of them like to stick around here, and especially I think because of the water, we also have a lot of pirate history here. So that's
Pirate history, that's great.
Yes, that's also part of the ghost tour as well.
And how much is something like that to go on a tour?
The ghost tours are $12.
Okay.
And it starts here right out front Saturday nights at 8 o'clock.
So, and is that all running all the time, or is it just for like the Halloween season? Or?
It runs through the Halloween season up until it just gets too cold to go out. And when it gets warm again, it starts back up.
All right, you're not doing any Christmas creepy tours, are you?
There is actually a Christmas tour. It'll be listed on our website. That's a little more Christmas themed, but yeah, it's generally the same.
Okay, very good.
What is the website?
Oh, well, the website is The Parlor,
Yes,
I assume, right?
Parlor Keyport.
TheParlorKeyport.com. Make sure you check that out. So if you want to come here and visit the shop, I highly recommend doing that. Definitely take a tour. I mean, there's nothing better than a good ghost tour. Look at this double-headed
Irish, red hair,
doll here.
a lot of history.
Double-headed
She's always,
goat doll.
every time you go
And
anywhere,
it's funny that I was looking at this, and this is
some of the haunted or
$1,800, I believe. Looks like it was $1,800. It says Sisters,
try to develop in some of your
one of a kind. And what's crazy is this one has been sold. So the items here are going hot. They're flying off the shelves. Get yours, get your evil items while you still can. Well, this was an experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this visit to the Parlor
in Keyport.
in Keyport, New Jersey. Until next time, we are out of here. Catch you later. Thank you so much again for letting us come in. Really appreciate it.
We're happy to. We've already had two movies filmed here, so.
Wow, 2 movies. Until next time,
Thanks, guys.
see ya.
Take care.
Just remember, don't even think about it, because shoplifters will be hacked.
Thanks for joining us today on Vacation Education. Y'all come back now, here